Welcome to In Progress, a podcast to help you grow and learn how to become a better version of yourself. Now, here's your host, Michael Cirigliano.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of In Progress. I'm your host, Michael Cirigliano. Today, we're going to be covering why you are perfect, just the way you are. We're going to be covering true authenticity. So, what brought this to my attention was a video that I saw earlier in the week on social media from an ex-employee of the CIA. And he explained that everybody has three personas that they live through on a day-to-day basis, right? So the first one, the one that everyone sees, right? That's the public version of you. The you that you show only when you are out with other people. The front that you put on social media. The you that everyone thinks they know. Then the second one is the one that only your close family and friends know. That's the one where you can be a little more authentic to who you are, but still not quite you. And then the third is the secret you. The you that you are only when you're by yourself. The you that you only express when you're alone without fear of judgment. And that caught my attention because, well, for one, it's absolutely true, right? So on social media or in our day-to-day life, we put up a front. And we put up a front because we're worried about what other people are going to think about us. And honestly, that's not a way to go about life. You are perfect the way that you are, and the closer to full authenticity that you can achieve, the easier life becomes for you. You don't have to worry about having a front. If you can learn to be the you that you are in private while in public, then everything just gets easier. And I think that the reason why people put up that front is because everybody, from my observation, lives their life basically like they're still in high school. So there's 30, 40, 50-year-olds that are still living that high school mentality where you're worried about where the cool kids are. Who are the cool kids? You go to work and you try to find the cool kids. The boss at work is the teacher. Are you going to be the class clown that jokes around and messes with the boss? Or are you going to be the teacher's pet? Are you trying to find the cool kids? And that same thing applies in social settings as well. There are people that go into these social settings and look for the cool kids so that they can be a part of that group instead of just being true to yourself, right? Bringing your friends to a social event and being with them as opposed to trying to find the popular kids, trying to find the cool kids, trying to impress other people. So a lot of people tend to maintain that ideology throughout their entire life without even realizing it. And the problem with that is you never truly experience who you are. You find friends that are cool or what you think is cool. You find a significant other that your friends will approve of, right? You find the girl who you think your friends are going to be like, oh, she's hot. Yeah, she's hot. That's a great girlfriend. Oh, look who Michael got. It's a hot girl. Like, yeah, that's cool. But after a certain point, it's honestly, there's really no reason to do that. Because you end up sacrificing your own preferences for the acceptance and validation of others. So you never live to your true potential, to your true authenticity, because you're trying to impress other people. And honestly, that's not a way to live your life, because you never truly get to experience who you are. So when you're going about your day-to-day, you have to realize that there's more than just impressing other people. And it helps with everything when you can learn to be that way. Because if you are true to yourself, you can pursue your own passions instead of worrying about what's the cool thing to pursue. You can find a significant other that you like, as opposed to, who are my parents going to approve of? Who are my friends going to approve of? Who am I going to look best with? Like, you need to find somebody that you want to be with, who meshes with you on a platonic level, because you're going to be spending a shit ton of time with them. You need to worry less about what others think of you and worry more about what you think of yourself. Because a lot of people don't really consider that. And a lot of people live life for others, right? There's a lot of people who, in relationships with friends or significant others, don't even consider their own feelings. And there was a practice that I saw online, and it was, I'm going to butcher this heavily, but it was a practice where there was a woman who was on stage with a coach, and the woman had a problem where she never really considered her own feelings while in a relationship. So her feelings didn't matter. She would basically just put her significant other's feelings first, and only that. Her feelings didn't ever matter. If she was upset, didn't matter. She didn't bring it to the table. She didn't talk about it. She just swept it under the rug. And the coach said, well, let's break it down to a simple level. Think about it like a 3-year-old, right? Why do you do that? And continue asking yourself why you do that. So why do you put other people's feelings and opinions above your own? Do you think that you're not good enough, so you don't even worry about yourself? Are you not confident enough in who you are, where you're only prioritizing the feelings and judgment of others? When in reality, you are just as good, if not better, than those people. You bring a lot to the table. All of us on this channel are on a journey of growth. We're here to grow. We're here to become better people. And you can't do that if you're concerned with the feelings and judgment of others. And you don't have to worry about who the cool kids are. You don't have to have that high school mentality, because that bleeds into other aspects of your life. So if you take that into an entrepreneurial route, right? You just started a business, but a kid that you know on Instagram who maybe you went to school with, his business is booming right now and yours isn't. So you compare yourself to that person and you say, well, they're so far. They're doing so well. And I'm not. I don't like that. I don't get any satisfaction out of this because I'm not as far along as that other person. But everybody grows at different rates. So if you take that same person 5, 10 years down the line, they can continue doing well, or the majority of the time from what I've seen, there's only so much time and effort they can put into their endeavor before they quit. And a lot of people quit. We don't quit on this channel, but a lot of people quit. So if you compare yourself to others in the moment, yeah, you might be, in your own opinion, falling short. But if you put that into the long term, 5, 10 years down the line, well, now you're way ahead of everybody else. And you're the person that they're comparing themselves to. And that doesn't make it any better, right? They shouldn't be comparing themselves to you, but you have to realize that everybody grows at a different rate. Everybody grows differently. Everybody has different circumstances. You meet different people. You can't compare yourself to others because everybody's journey is specific to them and unique to themselves. So just because you're not doing as well as you think you should be, or you're not doing as well as a kid you went to school with, or somebody that you know from your city, that doesn't mean you're not on the right path. All that means is you need to keep working. You need to continue doing what it is that you're doing and find a way to get better every single day. Because the mentality of comparing yourself to others is self-destructive. You're never going to be good enough if you continue to compare yourself to other people. There's always going to be somebody doing better, no matter what. Even when you look at it in the sense of Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, right? Those are two of the richest men in the world. And one is going to be richer than the other, and then vice versa. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. There's always going to be competition. There's always going to be somebody doing better in an area than you. Your job as a person who's on a path of self-discovery, self-growth, and self-development is not to be the best in every category. Your job is to increase your stats in every category and be as good as you possibly can be in every category, because you don't want to be lacking in anything. So instead of worrying about, okay, I'm just going to focus on this one small little thing and just laser focus in for years. No, you need to be worrying about everything. You need to get your health in check. You need to get your body in check. You need to make sure that your mental health is in check. You need to make sure that your job is in check or your business is in check. You need to make sure that your finances are in check. Your future endeavors are in check. And you need to continue on that path, because you need to level up every statistic. Every stat you got, like a video game, you need to level up every stat you got. And when you realize that's how to do it, I mean, really all this life is a video game, right? You increase your stats little by little. It's the small little things that you do that add up to a larger outcome, right? You end up getting better by those small things that you're doing. Practice every day. Go to the gym every day. Work out, study, watch videos, listen to podcasts. You need to be bettering yourself daily. And those small acts add up. It's like Grand Theft Auto. You need to do those small little side missions to be able to increase your stats. It's not just story mode is not going to get you the best possible outcome when it comes to stats. You need to do those side missions. You need to figure other shit out. So you can't just be sitting here and say, okay, I'm going to laser focus in on my business and that's it. No. Get in the gym. Worry about your health too. The healthier you are, the more energy you're going to have. The healthier you are, the more serious people are going to take you. If you walk into a meeting with somebody and your presence is confident, your presence is real, they're going to take you serious, as opposed to some like pudgy, out of shape, lackluster, low energy human being. They're going to be like, why the fuck would I work with this person? They're not going to be able to get what I need done to the quality that I need. So you need to focus on everything, because at the end of the day, when those 5 or 10 years come and you notice that person that you were comparing yourself to 5 or 10 years in the past is now going down, you need to continue going up. You need to be worried about yourself primarily. And that's why comparing yourself to others is never a winning formula. Because being authentic to yourself is the only way to win. Finding out who you are and being authentic to that is how you win. And then you end up accumulating friends and relationships with people who like you for who you are, as opposed to the front that you put out for people. Because there's no point in putting out a front. You don't need to act like somebody else or act like what you think people might like. Be you. Be you, and there's other people that are just like you. Nobody is unique, not to that extent. Everyone's pretty much the same. So if you express your interests and if you are authentic to yourself fully, 100%, then you are going to meet other like-minded individuals who will resonate with you and how you act and who you are better than if you just fake the cool kid for other people to like you, because then they like the front of you. They don't like you. So what's the point? So we need to get rid of that high school mentality of worrying about what other people think, trying to be the cool kid, trying to find the cool kids. That's not a mentality that's going to get you anywhere in life. You need to take those 3 personas and knock that down to 1. You need to be the person that you are out in the real world. You need to be the secret you in the real world. Now, I'm saying this, but I do not mean If you're some kid who smokes weed every day and drinks every day and plays video games every day and doesn't do anything to better themselves, you need to change. Now, you are nowhere near where you need to be. You need to change. You need to better yourself. But for the people that are on the journey and on the path, and they're just worried about what other people think, which is, quite honestly, a good majority of the population. A good majority of the population does this exact thing. If you really pay attention when you're out, you will notice this day in and day out. You will notice that people put up a front for other people. People act like how they think others want them to act because they don't feel comfortable being their authentic self. And your authentic self, more than likely, is good enough to be liked by someone, to be loved by someone. And you're doing yourself a disservice by not being your authentic self. Your authentic self is who everybody should get to know. And hiding that away from people because you're afraid of what they will think, it's not going to do you any good. You need to understand that with authenticity and confidence comes a plethora of opportunity. You meet people you would have never thought to have met in the past, right? You end up meeting people that resonate with who you are. You end up meeting with people who are like-minded. And the sooner you can shed the persona of the cool kid or shed the persona of who you think people would like, and you learn to just be you, the better it is for you. You need to just worry about getting in the gym, being on your purpose, making your money, and being you. Whatever that means. Whatever that means. Obviously, if you're lazy, pick it up. Because laziness is definitely not something that's going to get you anywhere in life. So you need to make sure that you're on your purpose and on your path. But with being on your purpose and on your path and being authentic to yourself, you end up with a greater opportunity overall, and it continues to feed into itself. So drop the personas, drop the mentality that you need to be the cool kid, find the cool kids. You're not in high school anymore. And if you are, stop acting like it. You can get a head start. Don't worry about the cool kids. Don't worry about what other people are going to think. Worry about what you want, what you like, and everything else will follow suit and fall into place. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or any topics that you want me to cover, feel free to comment or DM me, and I'll be sure to get to it. And have a great night.